The first myth I want to explore today has been around for more than a decade, and it concerns the story of two friends in Washington State who died outside of a Metallica concert in 1996. The story says that the two friends were unable to get tickets to the sold-out show and decided instead to stay in the parking lot and get drunk. Seems plausible enough. The story continues to say that following drinking, the two decided they were going to sneak into the show, so they tried to scale the security fence. To accomplish this, they moved their pickup truck over by the fence so that they could start from a higher level. And then one of them hopped over the fence, finding that on the other side, there was almost a 30-foot drop. The other friend threw a rope over, tying the other part to his car, hoping that the truck moving away would hoist his friend out of the gorge. But as the story says, he accidentally put the truck in reverse, plowing through the fence and sending the truck and himself down onto his friend, killing them both. This story has been circulated for years, and it actually won an infamous Darwin Award in 1998. But the fact of the matter, there is not a scrap of truth to any of this story. There are no actual police records, news stories, hospital records, you name it. Absolutely nothing. It's just a series of unfortunate events that's as true as the book of that title. The second myth for today is the story that in 1965, a Beatles album was released without John, Paul, Ringo, or George on it in any way at all. As hard as it may be to believe, this is 100% true, and there's not a thing the band was able to do to stop it. In late 1965, the UK was at the height of Beatlemania, and the Beatles' original drummer, Pete Best, came up with an absolutely genius idea. He released a record from his group, the Pete Best Band, and in huge letters across the top of the cover, it said, "Best of the Beatles." The title is not a fabrication in any way, it's simply a very clever play on words. The record sold quite nicely, leaving many fans frustrated once they realized what had happened. A strange story, but completely true. The final myth I want to look into today is the long-standing story that John Denver was a sniper during the Vietnam War. Born in 1943, it would have put him at the perfect age to serve in such a capacity, but the fact is, there's not a scrap of evidence to this, and it's nothing more than a myth. In 1964, John Denver moved to Los Angeles and began playing with the Chad Mitchell Trio, and before the decade was out, he was already playing as a solo artist. Those two events and his rapid rise to fame as a musician put him in a very specific place, that being the United States, during the entirety of the Vietnam War. So while many like to say that this story proves there was another side to the man, it's just not true. So those are the myths for today. Be sure to check back here every single Thursday as I delve into some of the greatest stories in music history, and be here every day for all the music news, reviews, and knowledge you'll ever need.